have subscribed to Flip TV. We are just adjudged to be one of the best Flip TV online platforms in Nigeria. And thank you very much for those that have supported our GoFundMe account. So we have a GoFundMe account, and in order for us to update and upgrade our equipment and also facilities so that we can give you a better experience as we have always been doing. Okay, today we are looking at various issues in Nigeria, and also we are going to dwell on the extradition of Sunday Igboho. There are issues behind that, and we have our reviewers here this morning to do justice to that part of the news. Okay, as we look into the newspaper headline this morning, I have with me the Vanguard newspaper, and also I do have the Daily Sun newspaper. Federal government pursuing peace without justice on Sunday Igboho. Kanu, that is from the Ohanese. Federal government is pursuing peace without justice on Sunday Igboho. That is Kanu, Ohanese. The main headline on the Daily Sun newspaper this morning, above the masthead, below the masthead, confusion over Sunday Igboho's whereabouts. Confusion over Sunday Igboho's whereabouts. Lawyers move to forestall Kanu treatment set to frustrate his extradition. Lawyers move to forestall Kanu's treatment set to frustrate his extradition. Grants him Kanu amnesty as Boko Haram insurgents. Ladoja tell federal government. Grants Sunday Igboho Kanu amnesty as you have granted Boko Haram insurgents. Ladoja tells federal government. Anambra, we won't allow intruders hijack Abga. Ezionka Anigbogu says that we won't allow intruders hijack Abga party. Obiano using Uber to distract PDP. Party chieftain alleges. Obiano using Uber to distract PDP. Party chieftain alleges. Amnesty office begins training of ex-agitators on effective communicators. Amnesty office begins training of ex-agitators on effective communications. Ed El Kaber Olive Branch. Abdulsalami wants bandits. Abdulsalami wants bandits. Tells them to repent, embrace peace. Sultan governors task leaders on selfless service, peace and unity. Abdulsalami wants bandits, tell them to repent, embrace peace. Sultan governors task leaders on selfless service, peace, unity. 2023, you can't win presidency. You can't win presidency, tells PDP on 2023 elections. Presidency saying that PDP cannot win the election. Says opposition party nursing false dream. Opposition party nursing false dream. Your comments smacks of self-succession plot. PDP saying that the comment of the presidency shows smacks of self-succession plot. Okay, let's move over to the Vanguard newspaper this morning, a frequent paper we use every day. Ed El Kabir, Absalam begs bandits to embrace peace. Absalami begs bandits to embrace peace. UK to FG explains circumstances of Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. UK to federal government explains circumstances of Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. 2023 presidency, PDP in war of words. 2023 presidency, PDP in war of words. COVID-19 experts tax NAFDAC on approval of vaccines. Experts tax NAFDAC on approval of vaccine. The main headline on the Vanguard newspaper this morning: extradition battle looms over Sunday Igboho's arrest. Extradition battle looms over Sunday Igboho's arrest. Federal government bidding for its extradition as Yoruba groups mobilize against it. Federal government bidding for its extradition as Yoruba groups mobilize against it. May be arraigned in court today. May be arraigned in court today. Benin's government shouldn't extradite him. Igboho's lawyer is saying that Benin's government shouldn't extradite him from Igboho's lawyer. We have mobilized lawyers to fight Igboho's extradition. That is from Akintoye. We have mobilized lawyers to fight Igboho's extradition from Akintoye. We are still studying the situation. That is Afenifere. They are saying that they are still studying the situation. Sunday Igboho should be given rights to defend self. That's from YCE. Sunday Igboho should be given rights to defend self. War declared on Yoruba people with Igboho's arrest. That is Adebanjo is saying that war declared on Yoruba people with Igboho's arrest. Cholera kills 37 in Jigawa, Enugu. Landlord dies as story building collapse in Lagos. Nigerians unsafe, hungry. Sultan, ACF tell federal government others. Nigerians unsafe, hungry. Sultan, ACF tell federal government others. Result transmission. Arrest, prosecute NCC director, others. PDP reps Kakos tells security agents. Arrest and prosecute NCC director, others. PDP reps Kakos tells security agencies. That is it for the newspaper headlines this morning. I have with me reviewer here. This is Mr. Chilozie. Good morning.
Good morning, Christian.
How are you doing? UK to FG explain circumstances of Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. I want to respond to that UK command to FG.
I think we have gone beyond the stage of distractions. If UK should at this time be calling on the government of Nigeria to still explain after Bali is about a month now, this saga has been going on. So I think they shouldn't be so distracted. I think it's a diversionary measure deployed by the UK government.
Diversionary?
Yes, because I am suspecting that, of course, the legal counsel to Nnamdi Kanu went with the consular assistance form or whatever for Nnamdi Kanu to append his signature, and he was denied that by the Nigerian DSS. Probably they must have been briefed by the UK government to deny Nnamdi Kanu, so that they will keep on asking for an explanation. Explanation on what? Your citizen was adopted, and you are still asking for explanation. Explanation of what? You have the evidence, you have the information at your disposal. Why are you still asking for an explanation for a callous, a useless country that does not care for her own citizen? And you are playing a hide and seek game. So the UK should be blamed. What nonsense is that? Why should you be asking? I am putting it on the UK government.
What should they have done if not?
It's an assault. What are to their, of course, sovereignty? Why should you be asking at this point for an explanation of what? Now the council have briefed the world on the developments and the circumstances surrounding his adoption, which of course is not now hidden before the public domain. Why should they be asking? You see, they should find a way, of course, to sanction Nigeria for denying Nnamdi Kanu the right to seek for legal counsel or legal protection. It is fundamental right to seek for legal defense, for self-defense. So they shouldn't be talking about this rubbish at this time. I'm not happy with such development.
Okay, let's move over to Sunday Igboho'S.
They should start their sovereignty, their diplomatic influence on Nigeria. What do you need? What kind of explanation do you need after barely three months or 3 weeks of getting to barely a month now? You see, you have your what did they call it here? Your representative or whatever commission. Yeah, they should have made their findings before now. Are you telling me that you have not carried any investigation in that regard? It is very useless. I mean, it's very embarrassing to hear that, and I'm not comfortable with that. Your citizens have been held behind the bar, have been tortured. There are so many inhuman treatment meted on him, and you're still asking for explanation. Isn't that very insulting? It's very useless.
Okay. How do you look at the way Sunday Igboho was arrested? What is your take on how he was arrested in Benin Republic?
Well, my concern is not how he was arrested, but I know that he has his fundamental rights to protect, and irrespective of the country or the state where he was apprehended, I think they should do whatever within the ambits of the law to protect his fundamental human rights. And of course, the Cotonou or Benin Republic should learn borrowly from what's transpired in Kenya. They shouldn't play or toe the same line because the entire world is watching. And whatever happens, defines the way forward. And I know that the Benin Republic government will not want to toe the same line, will not want to dent their public reputation or image the way Kenya did, bastardize the whole system just for exchange of money. It is an assault on the sovereignty of Kenya. It's an embarrassment. It's something that will go down in history, and whenever it is being recalled, I think history will not have the who God has placed. So it is a dent on Yoruba race if they should keep quiet, if they should keep mute at this particular time that demands their attention and cooperation in defense of their ancestral or in defense of their heritage and self-preservation is the right of every fundamental of every human race and mankind or ethnic nationality. So it is high time the Yoruba rise in defense not just of Sunday Igboho, but of their integrity, of their race. For this is not just a battle to Sunday Igboho, but a battle taken to the Yoruba race. And these people are bent at exterminating the Yoruba entity. And by so, the culture and the identity will go into extinction. These are what they are fighting very seriously. And the so-called Fulani Caliphate are committed to this very cause, or diabolic cause, as I may say. And you can understand that is what transpired in 1989 when I think the Nigerian state was enlisted among the Islamic countries by the then military head of state, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. This were the intention. Of course, out of the money from the south, about 20 million was credited into Islamic bank to effect such agenda, which of course is playing out. If they've credited about 20 million in 1989, you should know how much it must have been accrued by this time, and they have every resources to fund or facilitate this atrocious and diabolic plan against the indigenous ethnic nationalities found within the contraction called Nigeria. That's why every illustrious son of the Yorubas should not at this time keep mute. They should throw their weight against this tyrant and this callous and vicious entity called Nigeria, because they have no regard to the rule of law. They have no regard to people's fundamental rights of expression. And it is not enshrined anywhere even in the Nigerian constitution that, of course, self-determination or self-preservation is a criminal call or crime against the state. Look at what is happening down the north. And they are shielding the bandits and the Boko Harams, giving them amnesty and negotiating with them, taking a picture with them, paying ransom, you see, and they have not gone to decimate or to bomb or to shell these people, you see, because these people are in agreement with their, of course, long-term project, which is to Islamize and Fulanize the entire Africa. You see, this money, I think if they perfect that of Nigeria, other African states will just be a desktop for them to Islamize and Fulanize. So that's why they are concentrated. You can see that even at this point that the government of Nigeria is still bent at promoting and pushing, of course, the grazing routes against the people's wish, against the wish of the indigenous people of the regions across the north, across the west and the south. which can never be accepted at this time. So it's kudos to every Yoruba who is in support of this noble cause that is championed by Chief Sunday Igboho at this time. So every effort should be made not to repatriate the said man down to Nigeria, where he stands the risk of being assassinated or killed, or of course subjected to all manner of inhuman treatment, which of course might jeopardize his life or might worsen his state of health.
Okay, thank you very much.
And beside that, I may want to whatsoever that is fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing that to his own peril. I understood that from the national dailies that there are some lawyers who want to forestall his treatment.
Extradition.
Yes, his treatment rather, not they want to forestall his right to assess treatments or his privacy. I think they are doing that to their own peril. Nnamdi Kanu have not done any crime as presumed by the Nigerian constitution, unless the government of the day can make their case and if they have any substantial evidence, and that should be left for the courts to determine the conditions and, as of course, define what the allegations, whether they are against him or not. So they shouldn't be prejudicial or resort to media trial. They should allow the course of the law, the proceedings to take its course, and the decisions or the judgment will be determined by the competent court of law. And depending on when that is done, so his fundamental rights of expression or association should not be denied at this time, and whatever happens with the fines the way forward. But all is indicating that things has fallen apart, and the gods are not to be blamed. Why? Because I may want to say that, of course, people should not pay Mr. Buhari or General Buhari, rather, not Mr. With due respect, he's not a Mr. but General, a tyrant general for that matter, a blatant religious and political bigot. They shouldn't pay him homage with cow and cattle. I will, of course, Buhari has made so many sacrifices. The lives of innocent Nigerians who have been killed across the north, south, east and west should be brought to the table of Mr. Buhari and the senators and House of Representatives and most of the governors who are the chiefs of bandits, for them to have a sausage or a pepper soup so that they can satisfy their quest and insatiable quest for political power, which of course had been at the disadvantage of the entire masses. My brothers in the north are still crying, and nobody is happy with what is happening, as much as the information available to me. There are some northerners that are not in support of this gruesome killing and murders across the entire region of this contortion called Nigeria. And there is no other time to rise against this heinous crime and to hold these destructive elements and misconduct elements who find themselves within the corridor of power. They must be held accountable, and there is no other time than to do this. But now or never. But whatever happens, Biafra remains inevitable.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chigozie. I have Mr. Samuel here this morning. Right, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Christian. Good morning, viewers at home. Thank you very much for your comment and for watching Flip TV. We really appreciate.
Somebody says that apparently Igboho has been released. I just wanted to give them the process of extraditing Igboho to any country.
Well, as at yesterday, I think we were in the studio while during the pundit with Mr. Amachi. So some of the viewers, I think most of them are not in Nigeria, and some of them seem not to really understand the touch of what happens in the black world or in Africa most times, or in Nigeria. And following due process is like war in this part of the world. Now, in the case of Sunday Igboho, it is not a mere coincidence that the person who happens to be the former chief of army staff is the ambassador of Nigeria to Benin Republic. So, to Buratai. So now he was aware when they intercepted Sunday Igboho at the airport and ordered for the arrest, and he should be extradited back from Benin Republic to Nigeria. So, but I think Sunday Igboho was a little bit smarter. If you compare the case of Sunday and Nnamdi Kanu, there's a slight difference in the operation. They had foreseen a situation whereby it might be caught in either of the neighboring countries, which I think Nigeria have an extradition agreement with, which is Benin Republic, Ghana, Togo, and I think I've forgotten the fourth country. They are 4 major African neighbors. So now the counterpart, his lawyer, I read a post from one of his lawyers who happened to be in UK, while another guy in Germany, because he also has a dual citizenship in Germany. So I think they have been contacted prior to his movement to Benin Republic. So it was really difficult for the Beninois or the Benin Republic government to overturn a German, a first world country, and the lawyer was smart enough to also get the British involved in the process. So there are pressures from the international communities to look at the issue. The law states categorically under international law of extradition that if the case involved, in the case of Sunday Igboho, if he has breached a contract or committed a crime in Benin Republic, so he can be charged based on that in a court of law in Benin Republic. But if after the debate, which the counterpart, the lawyers from Sunday Igboho are doing that, they are doing a nice job, and I have to say they've been able to knock out Nigerian. Nigeria also have a lawyer representing Nigeria, which will know that the argument is not sound. Men looking at the 2 points of the coin from what they've presented over time. And Pelumi Olajengbesi, which happens to be somebody I know, who happens to be the spokesperson among the legal counsel, is from Osun State, happens to be the spokesperson of the legal team. I've also spoken. Now, if we follow the case, if Nigerian government engage diplomatically, following international rule of law, they can't extradite Sunday Igboho. He will be flown back to either Germany, and UK have already given a body language for an asylum, even if they have to fly him to UK. So, but Nigerian government are trying to use the tactics of intimidation and divide and rule technique, which we know is the only option they can employ now. Because Sunday Igboho, by all laws, has not broken any international law in Benin Republic, has not broken any local law in Benin Republic. If the case is established that it is a political persecution or as a result of what is not a law within the context of the debate, the lawyers will argue this out. They can't extradite Sunday Igboho to. No, it's not possible. But just like what happened in the case of Nnamdi Kanu, they might kidnap him in the name of extradition. Just like I said, you don't do this thing in a bus where people will not know. No, we've read about countries that extradited citizens from other countries. It was in a public domain. It's not secret. Airport is not a secretive place, so it will come out to public. And the way it's going, if it was possible for Nigeria on a normal day, immediately the news broke out around 6 a.m. or 7 in the morning, Igboho would have been here by 12 p.m. So it has really shown that if this process is going the way it's going, it's a no-go area, because all indication has shown that it is a political tool, and the legal system in Nigeria is not top-notch, that a legal, free and fair process will thrive. So all countries of the world now already know, they've known what we stand for. We don't stand for the truth. We use the principle of double standard, hypocrisy, even in international cases. So it's a mockery of the states who call one big Nigeria. And some of us don't want to be part of those kind of archaic system, whereby things that ordinarily should be discussed and the principle of legal procedure should allow to fly. So, but the Umar Diko format want to be used for Igboho's case, and it is a pity that it won't work every time.
Will Benin Republic told the part of Kenya?
Well, it depends on, the implication of this. About 40% of Benin Republic citizens has been Yoruba-speaking people. So they've already had a mindset that their brothers are being harassed by a northern part who they feel they are more closer. Most of the people in Lagos here are Benin-Noas. They do POP. So there is this sentiment that is growing that they want to kill our brother, which we feel by religion and custom, by language, there is a close affinity that the northern part. So that tension is already there. So there's a difference. Like, Igboho walk into some of these places from Ibadan now, people gave him the information how to move. They gave him passports from the same Nigerian government, and even Benin-Noas were able to move him through different routes. That was how they were able to beat the Nigerian government. And in the process of intercepting in the airport, go and read the report from Punch. How Igboho disappeared in the process of that conversation. You see the misery to so what makes you feel that aside the fact that he's in the custody of the police, don't be too surprised that sentiment is already piling up. And the Benin-Noas are really not convinced to a reasonable extent that it is not a tribalistic war. Because 40, if you've been to Benin, I've been to Benin, I came back last week, now up to 3 weeks. The border is really porous. So they speak more. If you can speak Yoruba, you will survive to a reasonable extent. But 40%. So when they come here, they speak Yoruba. Immediately you understand Yoruba, it's easy. So there's this sentiment that Igboho, which is more or less a Yoruba man, to how a Benin-Noa views it, is persecuted by a northern part of the country. And most of them knows what is happening in Nigeria. Igboho has not committed any crime than those who shot down the jet fighter. And Buratai and others are not going there to arrest these people. So that's the principle of double standard. So we can never be one when such principle is applied to a certain part of the country, where people are saying that bandits who have killed more. Igboho, I don't know if Igboho have shot a rocket launcher to drop a jet fighter, Alpha jet fighter, and AK-47, based on research, cannot drop that jet fighter. So it needs a sophisticated weapon. So you now see the same government, you don't carry the same Interpol, the same army intelligence, the same CIC, the same DSS intelligence will go die for all those kind of matter. They will kidnap and kidnap and kidnap. They will collect bicycle. They will collect Greenfield University. They collected 180 million. After then, Shehu Gumi negotiated for about 60 million, 100 million, 20 million. You will hear kidnapping and kidnapping. So now, intelligence will have reports. You can't be one with those kind of mental philosophy of people. You not be one, oh. We're too different in aspiration. Who can be one? So the point still remains, and irrespective of everybody's view, if you subject those views to any platform, let them vote. How many of such opinions will be the highest vote? How many people want Nigeria to be one? Say yes. Even on the platform, how many people want Nigeria to go along aspiration and different school of thought based on what you want? Can the Igbo man survive in this kind of situation? Even the Yorubas are complaining. The middle belt are complaining. So who are the people that is enjoying this structure for you to now say we are one? Who are the people? So they are the minority. If you check out of 6 geopolitical zones, Yorubas have already, apart from the allies who have conspired, irrespective of their ethnic location, the Yorubas are complaining. The Igbos have been complaining even from time immemorial. The North Central now, the Benue Jos, have been complaining. The South, oh, in fact, that's a complaining zone from resource control to bombing to kidnapping to militancy. So, who are the major? In fact, some part of the Northeast are complaining, like Taraba. So who are the? So you say that the minority are the ones complaining. Now, in order to let's see if we can even stay together, election results should be transmitted using electronic. You say your own region. So, on what basis have we ever agreed now? Let's be using common sense. You can put sentiment, oh, one big Nigeria. God is not blessing you when the repercussion of the blessing is not showing in your security. The blessing of Nigeria, the blessing of God is not showing in your education. It's not showing in your healthcare. It's not showing on every sector you want to be. So is God blessing you or God is punishing you or Satan is punishing you because God don't punish? Be realistic. You see the point we have a problem with myopic, traditional and sentimental reasoning, whereby you cannot able to decipher if truly a country is blessed or a country is cursed. So, having said all these factors, between yourself, are we a blessed nation? You can term yourself blessed when the condition of a blessed state is applicable to a nation, whereby it concerns security like Germany and in the UK. When this happens, this is what we get.
the livelihood of your children. Even when you die or you're living, you get people want to stay in the country and all claim that we are one united entity. So you cannot start saying, I'm blessed to be a member of the federal. That's why you say, America, God bless United States of America. It is because they are enjoying the dividends of democracy, and within their consciousness as a people, you don't need to force them to say, God bless United States of America, God bless Nigeria. If you say God bless Nigeria to an average, in my university campus, we said it, we tried it, they will cost you up down. So the people that said God bless based on religious belief are still being hopeful. Most of them, their hope have been dashed, because one of the people who said God bless, his cousin was shot by the military on the checkpoint, and he came back. We now jokingly said, those of you who have been praying, because some of us already believe that the prayer without work, faith without work cannot give you anything. So rather believe in work itself even when you don't pray. So we now ask you how far. He said, no, you don't pray for a nation that is action is already killing you. You only pray for God to help you to get to a destination whereby your dreams and aspirations as a person, collectively, maybe as a family, can be achieved. So you wouldn't blame Nnamdi Kanu in totality because Nigeria signed a UN charter that talks about self-determination. Self-determination simply means that you can pull out from that a section of what you sign can pull out from an existing structure when their dreams and goal and what they achieve as a people is not met. It's commonsensical. So Nigeria is part of those who signed that. If a part of the country want to pull out, they should pull out. Even in Canada, as we stand now, there is a clause for secession. So many other parts of the world, and I don't think there should be one big deal. If a people has feel a strong feeling that we are not moving further, we are not together, it's just like husband and wife. So why is he making it a big deal? You don't force people to stay together. That's why I laugh when I see people say, is it based on the love or because we are one? We are not one. We are not one. If you travel east and you hear terminology like Ofe Manu, it is a description of another ethnic group by the eastern. When you hear words like Jakutama Momi, it is a description of a certain ethnic group by another. Well, there's hardly any region in the country you will travel to, because my father was the first one. I've been able to travel to about 60, 70 states in Nigeria. No, after NYC, I've recorded about 20 states, both north and south. And to a reasonable way, I'll be able to understand some of this language. There is no description in the other region using to address the other region. If you have an average northern and the description is used for Yoruba or the Igbo, it is always derogatory. So it has always shown that from language, we are not one. Acceptance of the other person, we are not one. Politically, we are not one. In terms of goals and dreams, we are not one. Aspiration, we are. There's no way. It's becoming more evident by the passing by obedience, except you want me as a Christian to come here and lie. But they are light. And some people who have people they've paid and who are enjoying the system. Some people are enjoying the system. You know, in Nigeria, if you have money, you can get the mobile policeman, and the system is so flawed that you can make billions. It's an archaic parochial system that is not bringing up. But when you look at sectoral developments, education, good road, hospital, railway, your waterways, access to rule of law, press freedom, every sector you pick, traffic, that's last mile officer, the police. When you go to a police station to complain of something, you would buy biro for the police, you will buy paper, you pay for his bike. When you go to Federal Road Safety Commission to collect your driver's license, they tell you the official charge is 15,000, you pay 25,000. When you report a case in the either court of law, is either the court go on strike. My mom wanted to do tests because she's hypertensive. They said the booking for the appointment is 6 months later. Now my brother said she could run there before the 6 months. So when you check each sector, there is nothing that is working to make the people so-called Nigerian. So that's why people are clamoring that if you can't decentralize the system, not because we really hate ourselves to the extreme, but because the system that has made us together is not working. If you can't regionalize it, you can't decentralize for state police, legislature to have their way, local government autonomy, or go regionalism. Let's go our separate ways. It was because of the things that should have been done to put the people together are not addressed. So that is why people are now clamoring for division, which I don't think they are wrong about. Because if one thing is not working, you try another one. It's just like option A or B. If you can't pass through this road, it's blocked. What do? You pass through this other way.
Question from Savia Perez.
No, Savia Perez, is that his real name?
Nigeria is one. President Buhari is the problem. His policies are dividing us.
No, well. Nigeria have been having divisive tendencies even before President Buhari. So let me correct Xavier Perez. If Nigeria is wrong, why would a sitting president under Jonathan be trying to fight a Boko Haram, which was a major problem, and the northern cabals stood up and said they are killing their people? So Xavier Perez is wrong. That's being clever by half. If Nigeria is wrong, after the civil war, if you see government that came together to fight and put their nations together, those government look at policies irrespective of time. You hear a slogan, no victor, no vanquish. Was there a concrete effort to integrate the Igbo man after the system, or it was just a theoretical statement? It was only recently Obasanjo and I think Buhari started paying some of those people, the Biafran war soldiers that died. But looking at that in comparison to the same treatment of the same president to the other part of the nation, when it comes to Boko Haram and banditry, Xavier Perez is wrong. There have been historical fact of a more divisive nation that we've had than a more united nation. So if you can convince me on the platform, I love those kind of conversation. But if you go down history, I did a write-up which was titled in 2015-16, the continuous secessionist threats of the indigenous people of Biafra to Nigeria's sovereign unity. And from that research, you will know that there is really nothing the Biafran was agitating about that is not the problem the Yoruba man now recently started agitating about. And there is nothing that the middle belters are not talking about that is really different from what Mr. Matthew online. That is really not different from what the middle belt people are arguing about. To now make you know that the country is more divided, the president can talk about 1965 law of the northern region on some issues, but the president is not quick about to talk about 1962 regional government. The president can talk about the water bill or the grazing routes that never existed in the south, as long as I've read. But the president cannot be fast to also go back to 1963, where the regional government is the template Nigeria has worked more. So you now come and say the president, no. There have been tendencies of more divisive nation, and it is more prone. That's why I said, if the will of God, the mind of God, because in metaphysics, metaphysical by Aristotle, that what is happening is as a result of spiritual conclusion, that the things happening physical have been concluded spiritually. It is not the will of God that will remain as a nation. Even after 200 years, God will keep giving the leaders the action that will divide the country more. So to me, I have a strong feeling that there is an end of what you cannot see that is always amplifying the action of those in governance. So that's why I strongly don't. I'm really not discouraging whatever happens to either Sunday Igboho or it's only an end to a means. Some people might not be happy, but it's only shaping and pushing further a more divisive tendencies of the mindset of the people. The Southwest have always been united to the North against the Igbo man. Historically, it's factual. But for them to start holding position, and that position is gaining ground in the minds of people. So I strongly believe maybe there's an act of God in all of these things, because we are all humans and we exist because there was a creator that made us. So maybe there's a reason why these things are, and maybe there's a reason the presidency is always pushing in support of the core north against the middle belt, because of recent autumn and some part of the middle belt are already supporting Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu. Can't you see that God is wonderful? So there is an end to a means.
Grants Igboho Kanu amnesty as you have granted Boko Haram insurgents.
No, I've said this before now. I asked the question that in the one country some people are shouting about Igboho and Kanu and Boko Haram. You see, hypocrisy is the problem. Who has done more harm? I'm pushing it to the so-called one Nigeria. Because when you have two rules in a house, it's not more one house now. It's a divided. A house cannot stand against itself when it's divided. It can never be. You cannot have one. They will break the house. So the Nigerian situation is, you are saying there's one united nation of which you have 4 rules or 3 rules in one house. So it should be a blanket rule for everybody that have caused havoc to the territorial integrity of the country. In fact, to me, it was as a result of governmental failure that resulted to Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho.
Okay.
So they should have done the needful by even not just giving them to beg them first in public that we are sorry, our people. our negligence and irresponsibility to take charge as a Grand Commander of the Federal Republic of Nigeria got us to this place, because we did not decentralize the police, we did not equip the police and have more people to work to curtail the excesses of the expert we have supported and we have pampered and we have pretended not to have known that they are our brothers. And that was what resulted into Sunday Igboho speaking for his people. We are sorry. After saying that, you now come up and now give him not just an SC but an award for a man that has fought for the territorial integrity of his people. So what is the essence of life when your people die in your presence in the name of a united nation? To hell with such a nation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Samuel. I have a young, vibrant gentleman here. This
I buy for the law.
You can get close to the
So,
mic.
yeah, I buy for the law, but let the will of God be done.
Okay.
I never be once stuck here. Since on my way where they are selling a paper, but my way to what I see all the time, it pays me a lot.
Okay.
They will let us start from the beginning because I did not dedicate it, but I know something.
Okay.
Even though 1 + 1 I know, but only what is not good is not good. Let me give you few details.
I know. I said this yesterday.
Go back and watch. This man was saying something. Igboho, Kanu, this, that is a different thing. Now, bandits and the other things is a different thing. Why can't we look at ourselves before the Lord is going for? Now, when we wake up in the morning before we sleep, we say, God, I beg, make I wake up. Oh. But tomorrow morning, are you think about yourself? You do want to use your money and buy yourself? Because you have escort, because you get any power. That will never let me eat you. That will come in a good day, that this is perish will be perished. Everything is too much for any nonsense. Okay, I tell you, anybody can watch my face. May they go arrest me. Anywhere, if I require, may they go arrest me. I like her. Okay, bandit, Igboho, you no fight for any problem. He was trying to ban bandit for Fulani people. Yoruba people, enemy of them, they hate him. They want to kill him. They go and march him to search his house. What he done? He done anything wrong? He was trying to save people. Okay, fine. At the center of big war, Kanu, what Kanu done? He don't bring him from another country. He let him give injection. Is that a problem? But Nigeria will suffer. I want God to turn Nigeria to Sodom and Gomorrah. And let me tell you this one. Okay, I didn't hear to speak on you. I want make God turn this war Nigeria to Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, I try to tell you. I'm ready to die any day. But Nigeria government, we are tired. We are suffering.
Are you not praying for peace?
Okay, you hold on. Excuse me. Don't tell me, don't ask me a question. I will tell you what I know. But I tell you to let the will of God be done. But let the God please also. But you, where we were after yesterday, your blood brother will not remember him. Later you will go Babalawo, go and do juju for you to kill him. Because make it no give him money. It's not good. No one know tomorrow. Nobody beg anybody for anybody hand. But it's not good. What's he don't enter for position? You could be like saying I be God. God not sleep. God wake you up. Now God not wake you. Now God not to give you. Whatever you see, if your family, it's your God give you. But do not pass your boundary. Because you can remain anywhere. Escort. Billions and say escort will follow you. But if it's God say, where you sleep on top of your chair, of your motor, you go die there, The last thing we say, go get yourself inside mortuary. That's a lie for this one.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, let me just say some things. Good. Thank you very much. That man has been speaking, and I think there's so much people are passing through in Nigeria today. Okay, we have a GoFundMe account that you can also contribute for the update of our facilities and equipment. You can contribute on that GoFundMe account. The link will be sent very shortly as you click on the link here. Your widow's mite is needed so that we can be more efficient in our broadcast every day. I have Mr. Matthew with us. Mr. Matthew. I want to ask, what explanation should Nigeria give United Kingdom? Because they are saying UK to FG explain circumstances of Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. What explanation?
UK
Yes.
is telling Nigerian government.
To explain the circumstances of his arrest.
You know, the way it stands, Nnamdi Kanu happens to be a dual citizen, having the British passport and Nigerian passport. And if you look at recently, his lawyer took 2 forms to him. One is a form from British High Commission in Nigeria for him to sign so that they will get his consent for consular assistance. Another one is from a British law firm that is interested in taking over his trial. So, and from as at the last count, the lawyer made us understand, yes, that the DSS returned the 2 forms to him without Nnamdi Kanu appending his signature. And he equally made us understand that when he got there, that the DSS personnel said that they want to subject the forms to their legal department for analysis. So perhaps the legal department of DSS have advised that he should not be allowed to sign those forms. And if you look at the other form that came from a law firm that happens to be the 2nd largest law firm in Britain, what the firm is talking about is they need the consent of Nnamdi Kanu to take over that case. And their intention is to approach a British court to ask the court to assume jurisdiction, either territorial jurisdiction or universal jurisdiction over the case. And if the court assumes jurisdiction, they will not ask the court to issue a right of mandamus against Nigerian government to compel Nigerian government to produce Nnamdi Kanu in Britain to argue whether he was rightly extradited to Nigeria. Don't forget that even up till now, Nigerian government have failed to explain the circumstances surrounding the extradition of Nnamdi Kanu. Against all entreaty, against all inquiry by all the media organizations in Nigeria, Nigerian DSS and Nigerian government have failed, or they are not forthcoming in divulging information about how Nnamdi Kanu was brought into Nigeria. And it's a known fact that if you arrest somebody in another foreign country that have dual citizenship, and the man came into Kenya, as we are able to understand, with a British passport, it's a known fact that if you needed to bring him to Nigeria or take him to Britain, what you needed to do, you argue the extradition in Kenya. And it is, we didn't hear when there was an issue about arguing whether they needed to bring him to Nigeria or return him to Britain. And the way it stands, if you now suddenly brings him to Nigeria, if you needed to seek his consent, because in a case like this, if he feel that he will not get justice in Nigeria, if he feels that he will be persecuted in Nigeria, if he feels that the rule of law will not be followed in the process of his prosecution, he may opt to be taken back to Britain rather than coming to Nigeria. He will have that liberty to decide where to go. The way it stands, Britain as a sovereign state, it is like an affront on Britain, the way and manner her citizens have been treated. Because the way it stands, it looks as if Nigeria, in collaboration with Kenya, did not recognize, did not they treated Britain with disdain. Because if you arrest a British citizen, right in Kenya, there is British High Commission. So the Kenya government needed to notify the British High Commission in Kenya about their citizens who have been arrested. So there they will argue the extradition. So it is right for British government to inquire from Nigerian government to understand the circumstances surrounding extradition of Nnamdi Kanu. That's why people are suggesting that he was kidnapped.
Okay.
Because if you look at what is happening with respect to Sunday Igboho, you can understand that his legal team are already positioned to argue his extradition. They want to oppose his extradition to Nigeria. Quite agreed, Benin Republic and Nigeria have extradition treaty. But somebody who is running away from being persecuted, and more so as there are already evidences of government activities to even that was even targeted against his life. Don't forget that DSS invaded his house and claimed to have killed two persons, two of his aides. And this is somebody who have written petition to International Criminal Court of Justice. And the International Criminal Court of Justice have acknowledged the receipt of that letter. So I think he have ample evidence to argue his case that he don't want to be extradited to Nigeria. So it's much of irresponsibility of a sovereign state where you boycott rule of law, where you do things outside the rule of law. The way Nigerian government is piloting its affairs is piloting it as if it's a government that have no respect for rule of law. The same way they trample on people's rights here in Nigeria, the same way they are doing it globally, and they are making Nigeria a mockery state in the Community of Nations.
Is that not hate speech?
What you call hate speech is a statement of facts. What I'm saying in essence is, we have seen instances in this country where court granted Dasuki bail. Federal government refused to allow him to enjoy the bail. We have seen instances where somebody like even Nnamdi Kanu, at the instance of that his first trial, was granted bail. The government refused to allow him to enjoy the bail. They are always quick to cite national interests, that the person is of a risk to the country. But the issue is, if the law permits an accused of fair hearing in Kenya and we didn't allow him to enjoy that fair hearing, do we see any rule of law there? If as it's just that the case of Igbo came to the public, otherwise the next thing you would have heard is you will see the DSS spokesman addressing the press in Abuja that Igbo have been extradited to Nigeria. Nobody will know what transpired. But the way it stands, the whole world is already in the know. So his legal team are already positioned to argue the case there in Benin Republic.
Would Nigeria win?
I doubt if Nigeria will win, except Nigeria will exert its influence on Benin Republic.
Which is likely.
It's likely, but another issue is, since the man has German passport, so the Germany could equally come with their own influence to protect their own citizens. Because the way it stands, Sunday Igboho is has dual citizenship. He's a Nigerian and a German. And globally, Germany have more influence than Nigeria. So if Germany steps in, Nigeria present their case. Sunday Igboho legal to present their case. Considering the influence of Germany and Nigeria, I don't think he'll be extradited to Nigeria, judging by Nigerian government's antecedents, judging by DSS antecedents towards Igboho. Go and check all over the internet. You will see images how DSS ransacked his house, they destroyed his house, and not just that, DSS have openly accepted responsibility that they are the one that invaded his house and even killed two of his aides. So to that extent, I don't think the Nigerian government will win that extradition case in Benin Republic. The man may be allowed to continue his journey to Germany.
Grant Igboho Kanu amnesty as you have granted Boko Haram insurgents. That is from Ladoja to the federal government.
The issue of amnesty do not arise for Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu, because the way it stands, The duo have not been convicted by any court of competent jurisdiction. The duo have not been indicted by any panel of inquiry. So on what basis are you saying they should be granted amnesty? It is just mere accusation and allegation that are being levied against them. And under Nigerian law, you are innocent until proven otherwise by a court of competent jurisdiction. So they have not been tried in any court. They have not been indicted by any panel. So on what basis are you saying that they should be granted amnesty? A situation where you have failed to exert your power to fight insurgency, to fight bandits, to fight Fulani herdsmen who are ravaging and destroying communities, who are raping, kidnapping, maiming residents. And we have a situation where even if you look at what gave rise to Sunday Igboho'S activities, it is the excesses of the Fulani herdsmen. If you look at what gave rise to even ESN in the Southeast, it is the excesses of the Fulani herdsmen. And here we are in Nigeria, the Global Terrorism Index said that Fulani herdsmen, they are the fourth most dangerous terrorist organization in the world. And Nigerian government refused to accept and recognize them as such. We are seeing a situation where even Benue, a group that go by Fulani nationality movement, attempted assassinating even a sitting governor. As we speak, the government is not making any conscious effort in arresting any of their leaders. And you are hunting people who are talking about self-determination. And you forget that a UN charter that talks about self-determination, Nigerian government is a signatory to it. So for me, the issue of amnesty for Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu do not arise because they have not been indicted by any panel and they have not been convicted by any court of competent jurisdiction.
What do you expect from your leaders on this Sunday Igboho?
What I expect from them is to rally support for him.
Support?
Yes. Because what is happening is purely intimidation. What is happening is purely one-sided. Because if we are seeing excesses of Fulani herdsmen and the government is not rising to the occasion to address it, to use federal might against them, and somebody who have reason to protect his own people, federal government is using federal might against him. Don't forget that even before now, the Fulani umbrella body, Mietiala, have called on federal government to arrest an Igboho. So it means that the federal government is doing the bidding of Sunday Igboho. Sorry, doing the bidding of Mietiala. The same Fulani herdsmen have asked federal government to arrest Nnamdi Kanu, and they went ahead and arrested Nnamdi Kanu. So if Mietiala asked federal government to arrest Sunday Igboho, asked federal government to arrest Nnamdi Kanu, and the two have been arrested, it means they are doing the bidding. I mean, federal government is doing the bidding of Mietiala. And here we have a situation where Mietiala dishes a statement that portrays them as if they are the government of the country. We are seeing instances where even the presidential spokesperson will rise up to speak on behalf of even Fulani herdsmen. So that is double standard. For me, the Yoruba leaders should rally support for Sunday Igboho, and they should join hands, synergize to argue against his extradition to Nigeria. Because for me, it's an injustice.
So your final thoughts on this?
My final thought is that the federal government of Nigeria should allow the rule of law to prevail. My final thought is that the federal government of Nigeria should present their case on why Sunday Igboho should be extradited to Nigeria. Justification behind it. And another issue is Nigerian government should allow Nnamdi Kanu access to his lawyer to sign those two forms. One that is seeking his consent for consular assistance, and the one that is seeking his consent for a British law firm to take over his case. What is Nigeria talking about?
FG just not a jet fighter fighting in the north yet. Mr. Matthew is saying FG is not doing anything in the north.
No, Mr. Tunaja, the reason I'm saying this is this. We are seeing instances, even in this same incident that Tunaja is citing. There's a report that says the villagers who rescue the pilots, sighted the bandits while they were ransacking the wreckage of the crash fighter jets. So to that extent, the bandits are very close to the regular society. To Nigeria, see here this. We have instances where Sheikh Gumi visited bandits. We have pictorial evidences. It's all over the internet. And federal government cannot feign ignorance about their location. We have instances where even the Katsina State governor, there are pictorial evidences how he visited bandits for purpose of negotiating for peace. There are pictorial evidences of him in the same picture with bandits within AK-47 and some other sophisticated weapons. We have seen instance where even the Kaduna State governor has said that at a point they were ready to burn the bandits, even if me killing some of the kidnapped students. But as we speak, there are instances where we do not have students in captivity. So what is the impediment of the federal government that they could not synergize with the state governments in these affected areas to decimate and bomb these bandits to the point where they do not have power to engage in kidnapping? So to Nigeria, what we are saying is that federal government is not doing enough. What we are saying is that federal government should use all available air platforms, all the Alpha jets, and we are expecting to Kano jet now, about 6 of them. The federal government should deploy it to 1, Borno, secondly, Niger State, thirdly, Kaduna State, Zamfara State, and some other trouble areas that have become the epicenter of banditry and insurgency, for the purpose of allowing us to have peace, because the resources that has been expended on fight against insecurity would have been used for infrastructural development, and you continue voting Hungomos Ahmad into fighting insecurity. It means somebody somewhere who is benefiting from this Hungomos Ahmad that have been expended, maybe frustrating the effort of government from to all the myriad of insecurity.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
On my account has been placed. If you can support Flip TV so that we upgrade our facilities and also update our equipment, please support. Click on the link on that account and also donate your widow's mite to that account. And God bless you. Have Mr. Kunle here this morning.
Yeah, good morning. How are you doing? Good morning.
Nnamdi is asking for amnesty for Nnamdi Kanu. You support that?
You mean the former governor of Oyo State,
Yes.
Mr. Ladoja? What have they done that they're asking for amnesty for? What have Igboho and Kanu done? What have they done? I don't know.
Illegal possession of weapons.
Illegal possession of weapons, right?
Yes, yes.
Is that what is said? That according to what the DSS said. But in court, you don't hear one party and not hear the other party, because anything must have happened there that we are not privileged of, right? And you need an eyewitness to come around to defend the other party. You say you met some harmonizations, and there are news flittering around that it was the state police that planted the harmonizations there, and which is common. We've witnessed that a lot. Just last week there, a musician was arrested because they saw tattoo in his hand. They say he's a cult member. He's one of these, and people are coming out that this guy, they know him. You know, when people keep standing for you, that they know you, this guy is not like that. So there's always misjustice or injustice among our security men when they are arresting. I've been a victim of it, right? If they want to nail you, they can do anything, go any length to nail you. So to me, who need amnesty most should be the president that have offended. We should give them an amnesty. not them giving Igboho and Kanu amnesty, because they've wronged our rights for long. They've turned the economy of Nigeria into a failed economy, right? So we need the leaders. They need our amnesty, or do we need their amnesty? I don't know how I'm going to put it this time around. So Mr. Ladoja, Igboho has not done anything wrong. If you see ammunition in his house and you believe he has a case to answer, go and get him. Go and get him and bring him down and let him face trial.
He's beyond Nigeria's reach now.
He's beyond. Why are all these cases beyond Nigerian sin? Kanu, as it is now too, Nnamdi Kanu case is beyond Nigerian issue, because UK is involved now. He's their citizen. He's a UK citizen. So why is it that the problem Nigeria will create, they don't know all this problem will go beyond where they started it from? It not be to start a case, now in the case, so now to finish am, you know. So let the government know they should get their bearings right. You don't just clamp down on people and start, you know, prevailing them guilty without trial. And what I notice in this country, once you are a suspect, they've assumed you are guilty already, even among the police. That's why they said they should stop parading, you know, suspects. When they parade suspects, they label them as criminals. These are criminals we pick up on the street. You know, this is the only country I witnessed that, which is number one, defamation of character. But a common man cannot fight his case on defamation of character because they will rubbish him. So that means the law we have is one is meant for the riches and one is meant for the poor, right? Because why is it that any common man you pick, you label him as a criminal? You have what's it called? You parade them, open parades with pressmen, you know, to just dehumanize them. But a big man, media trial. But a big man in this country, they will not even see your face on the pages of. You can only see your face on the pages of the newspaper. And once they see that face, nobody knows what's happened next. You just hear the case has died down. So there's a real injustice in this country.
Okay, what should be the actions of the Yoruba leaders on Sunday Igboho's case?
That is when me I will now know the real Omoluabis in Yoruba lands. The core Omoluabi in Yoruba's lands. Among those people that call themselves our leaders. Because the battle Igboho was fighting, it might be wrong to them, but when you guys that we call leaders in Yoruba land, the governors, you went asleep. They were killing your people in your domain. You could not do anything. You are scared of the power that be, that maybe they may question you or it may affect your governance. You all went, you slept in slumber. And somebody like Igboho that have a soft blood, that have a human blood, that could not withstand it again, he went ahead and said, stop this killing. Stop this killing. You cannot be killing our people. It's just that you want to come to my house and as a guest, as a stranger, I harbor you, I gave you a space, be sleeping there. You now determine one day that you want to take my territorial space to yourself. Man, I will change it. Anyway, I will change it for that person. It's unfair now. It's uncalled for. The S-man, killer S-men, will leave their domain. We leave Niger. We leave Mali. We leave, North, and come down to my domain and start killing my people. And oh man, nobody will tolerate that. Nobody on earth will tolerate such thing. Let's be fair to ourselves. Nobody, even Mr. President, cannot tolerate it. When killer S-men enter his domain, killing his people in Katsina, nobody Nobody, even the governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, in which I will give him portion of blame on what is happening now. Look at those guys they arrested. The Amoteku, the ones they arrested among them, they take them to police. What is their end? Have you ever seen any trial? Have you ever seen any S-Men trial? So why is it that it's always a double justice, double this thing for people that are less privileged in this country? Igboho should be tried. If you know he has a case, if you can get him, let him face. But don't presume him, guilty before trial. Stop that. It's very bad. It's very bad. Does that mean we are slaves? Does that mean we people are slaves? I know nobody in the government. I don't have any, and I don't even want to have anybody in government. Yes, because Nigerian government now is like, once you enter there, the cause of the masses, the cause of the, how many people that are causing people in government today? How many masses? How many average Nigerians that they don't even have headway? They don't have how to feed. They don't know how the one square meal will come up. And they say the country is so blessed. It's so blessed. It's so blessed. Look at all the agricultural products that's been abundant in Nigeria today. A derica of a pint of gari, I still bought it last week, 120. A pint of beans, 3,200. A pint of gari, 1,200. And these are the things we were buying. And you want to starve people to death? You want to starve people with hunger? The border here, our border here in south, in the south here, which is semi border, has been closed down. Food are not entering. Food, anything cannot go out. Now you went to the other side. The borders are porous. The borders are porous. Are these S-men? Are they entering? Where are they entering from? Who invited them? We all knew all these things. Who invited them? Those guys were there jejely, but they brought them in for a purpose. Now they came down here, they saw the fertile land, they saw the fertile economy, they saw everything in abundance here, and they capitalized on it. If you guys don't want to settle us, we know how to we deal with you guys. By the time we start picking you up, abducting you guys, that is, they know. People should come out openly. If you say the truth, you die. If you don't say it, you die one day. We don't go. That's just it. But we Nigerians, they've brought us to a level that to say the truth, God, we'll be getting scared to say the truth. So half truths always come. Average Nigerian you see always have half truths in their mouths.
Any final thoughts, Mr.
And the final thought is still countdown. 2023. I think the God that keep us alive to this time will still keep us beyond that 2023. I think there has to be what they call a systemic change in that. That's if they are going to hold the election, there have to be a systemic change. And if they are not going to hold election, there have to be a systemic change in this country. Me, I'm tired of all this system going on here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kunle. I have Mr. Sunday.
Good morning, my brother.
What do you have for us this morning, Mr. Sunday?
My brother,
many grant amnesty to.
They are not, all those people are not after amnesty. My brother Kule was asking, say, who invite the herdsmen? Everybody knows that Musa Buhari now invite them come Nigeria.
Everybody know.
The whole world, even the whole world know. The British in brother, all those Mumu British are where? They know what they want to do to the people of the Western and the East. They have plan and they have target and they have an agenda. But thank God, God have exposed them. Everything must be exposed. That is what I know. My brother.
Let's look at UK to FG explain circumstances of Nnamdi Kanu's arrest.
UK.
Yes.
Explain which circumstances of Nnamdi Kanu arrest.
FG to explain the circumstance surrounding Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. Is that a good development?
It's a good development because the federal government have no accusation against Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not a criminal.
He has an 11-count charge.
That is allegation. They lay allegation against him, but he's not guilty of it. All these count charge they lay against him, none of it Nnamdi Kanu is guilty of. Nnamdi Kanu is just a freedom fighter. He's fighting for his people. Not like the bandit that we don't know what they are fighting for, the herdsmen. What are they fighting for? Open grazing in somebody's land. But now the Kanu and Sunday are fighting to liberate their people from the hand of those wicked Fulani people. You don't understand? They want to liberate. They are fighting to liberate their people, bring them out from the hand of the wicked Fulani group. From the one jihadi terrorist group Fulani, they don't like peace in their nature. They never like peace. From Mali, Chad, Niger, everywhere where you see them, they don't like anything peace. They will, only what they know, the language they understand, like Buhari, all of them, the language they understand, the language of killing. They keep on killing people, killing people, killing people. All till now, my brother, Nigerian security agencies have not done anything to the bandit that bring down fighter jet. But at the end, they are here dragging for Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu. The fighter jet, any country that is existing that have leader, if you bring down any fighter jet for that country, my brother, those people that bring down the fighter jet will never know peace. But when it comes to Nigeria, because the president and the cabals in Aso Rock are the sponsor of the same bandit, so they cannot fight their people. You understand? That is why they cannot fight their own people. You understand? They cannot fight them because they are the one following them, doing what they are doing. They push them, they send them there to do banditry, kidnap school children. That's why Gumi said they are kidnapping to make money. They are not kidnapping to kill. Up till today.
They are kidnapping to make money.
Yes. Say, but IPOB are killing police and army. You know understand now? Say, IPOB are killing soldier and army and burning a neck of it. That is atrocity. Say, but the bandits are just kidnapping to make money. And the people that they know what to kidnap best are 7-year children, 5 years, 10 years. They kidnap them inside bush. Those children in Niger State are still inside bush, Kwabi Kaduna State, where they kidnap inside Baptist school. All of them are Christian. No? They are still inside bush until today. And we have government that Buhari is just dancing. All those people that they are happy that follow Buhari for Katsina yesterday. And imagine those news people, those journalists, newsmen, where they say Nigeria were happy when Buhari was working in Aso Rock. And imagine don't let them be Nigeria. Thank God that Narimajiri be Nigeria. Because those are where you see so where they waiver for Buhari for Katsina and Narimajiri. Those are the ones they use 500 to buy them, to come gather, to come queue. My brother, Nigeria is not existing. Nothing like Nigeria. That is why we have a collapse system.
The way you are complaining, that is the way Sultan is complaining. Say Nigerians unsafe, hungry.
Even the Satan of Sokoto is aware. The problem we are into today is because of tribalism that made them not to talk. They are aware of it, but they refuse to talk. They want everybody to die. You don't understand? They are aware. Nothing that is happening in this country. The other northern airline, those governors, the Satan, Emir, all of them are aware of it because they plan a dangerous coup to bring down the east and the west so that they will occupy, as they have done to many. Before we have Ifrani, outside Fulani, but now no outside Fulani now. Ifrani now have come back with their railroad to show to you that they are the one in charge of the north. They have conquered the north and they want to conquer west and east, which is not possible. And that is why Excellency Mr. Nnamdi Kanu, anywhere where you go, God will bless you because you open many people eye. Nnamdi Kanu tell us that if Fulani have a plan to take over Nigeria since 2015, he has been crying, shouting, struggling. But nobody, all these Mumu governor, just they call them different name. Call Nnamdi Kanu, no guys say, no do this thing. But now, what is happening? Are they not the same governor that will go and have fake meeting? They go have fake meeting. They say they will begin to drag with Iflani, you know go open crazy, you go open crazy. Buhari is supporting them, you must do open crazy, you must do this thing. Now this kind of system where we dey, the whole world, nobody they go queue for election again. Nigeria, they are still dragging for INEC office. Only Nigeria, they drag for Senate chamber. Say they go stand for polling unit again. Is it a crime? Everything. National ID card. Now system they tell they do am. The same voters cannot be system. Network we are using, is it not true system? But when it comes to vote, Nigeria government said no network. That's what they tell us. So they say no network. Because the evil where don't fool their mind, the evil and wickedness and heartless, where does our leader get? One day they will fight them out.
Any final thoughts, Mr.
My brother, the final talk. Those Cotonou, Benin Republic should never release on the boat to Nigeria. Because they have evil agenda against Nnamdi Kanu and Sunday Igboho, who did not carry gun to fight them. But Buhari, why is he afraid of flag? Okay, but I say what Buhari love more is, that's what I tell you, what he love, now gun. To the kick, and Buhari like. But when you carry flag, just the place flag, say you need freedom, Buhari go begin the fight everywhere. He ready to kill everybody. And that one. Cotonou don't release Sunday go to Nigeria government. Nigeria government are dangerous to danger. They are inside gunpowder. Nigeria government do, but they only pray that one day the whole country will reject Nigeria. They go know say they have nothing to offer. That's my prayer every day. Very soon the whole country go reject them. They will know that they are now aspiring goat. Mad people, Oloshi.
Sorry, everybody's opinion here does not represent the stand of Flip TV. And I want to remind you also we have a GoFundMe account that you can contribute so that we can upgrade and also update our facilities so that we can give you better viewership experience. We are going to the next level. So contribute to that GoFundMe account. It's pinned on the comment section. So do well and contribute to your own widow's mite to that account as we appreciate, and God bless everyone that does so. I have Mr. Kokondem. Good morning.
Morning. Yeah, I am Mr. Okpara. The new Oko condemn in this Second Republic of Biafra, led by Nnamdi Kanu and his government, IPOB government of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Republic of Biafra. Long live Nnamdi Kanu. Long live Sunday Igboho. Long live Oduduwa. Long live Nigeria. We all will live together and be a neighboring nation. And all of us will live, both United Nation, UK, everybody will live. Our viewers will live to see the goodness in the land of Biafra. But before I go, please permit me. Oh God, Father Yahweh, I thank thee, I praise thee, I magnify your name for making it possible for us to be alive to gather again, once again today, to deliberate on Nigeria issue and what the paper have said. Thank thee, oh Lord God Almighty, for our viewers abroad. Thank thee, oh Lord God Almighty, on behalf of Philip TV. I worship thee, Lord. I praise you for making the light to shine upon your children. We that are alive, we are not more better than the dead, but because of your mercy, we are alive. I said, be praised, be magnified. In the name of my Lord Jesus Christ. Amen. Yeah, what is on board?
Do you want the federal government to grant amnesty to Nnamdi Kanu and Igboho?
Do I want?
Federal government. Because Ladoja, former governor, saying that grant Igboho Kanu amnesty as you grant Boko Haram insurgents. Ladoja tells FG.
Is Ladoja elected man?
The governor.
Is he elected man? Do you understand the English he used? NMC, NSC. Did he understand it? NSC is something like a pardon. To pardon Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu. What crime do they commit? That Ladoja will seeking for their NFC. What crime did Sunday Igboho commit? What crime did Nnamdi Kanu commit? Federal government, have they proved them wrong? Are they granting them NSC Are they Boko Haram? Are they Fulani herdsmen? Are they bandits? Do they steal any government money? Do government give them any post that they misuse? Do government give them any money that they embezzle? Do they ask government any contract they did not execute it? That's what they be telling federal government to grant them NSC. I think you can be ex-governor, you can be current governor, you can have PhD, but you may not understand simple grammar. Simple grammar, NSC, you don't understand the pardon. There will be a crime before pardon. You just come now and say, somebody, I give you forgiveness.
Sunday Igboho not committed any crime.
Sunday Igboho did not commit any crime. They only lay allegation on him. They say they went to their house, to his house, they vandalized his house and find guns there, arms there. And that arms they find out from there is custom arms, which they snatched from customs. Have custom ever come and announce to all that Sunday Igboho and people came to them and snatch arms? Rather, is Sunday Igboho have to grant federal government DSS. Sunday Igboho have to grant them NST because they are the ones that offend him. They are the ones that commit crime against him. He's the one to pardon them. Short, federal government and the DSS should go kneel down and beg Sunday Igboho to forgive them and pray for them. For God to forgive them.
You ask them.
They're going to do no Sunday Igboho. So whosoever saying that the federal government should grant Sunday Igboho and Nnamdi Kanu NSC, that person don't understand the grammar he's using. That person is supposed to go back to school. If at all he's a learned man, he's supposed to go back to go and refresh his memory for this current edition we are in. We are not in the time of Zikism, Nigerianism, federalism. That time have gone. Now we are in the time of Nigerians. That's what time we are time now. Nigerians. Now we are in time of Oduduwas. We are in time of Biafrans. So let them go away with their NSC or whatever they call it.
What do you expect from Sunday Igboho?
I expect from Sunday Igboho to stand on his feet. No shaking. No fumbling. I'm expecting Sunday Igboho to stand as a man, as a lion of Oduduwa. So others will follow him by the back to liberate him, to liberate Oduduwa.
What do you expect from federal government?
I expect that federal government to ask for pardon. I expect federal government to surrender.
Surrender?
Surrender! To Nnamdi Kanu, surrender to Sunday Igboho, surrender to the wish of the people. Nigeria is fed. People are tired of Nigeria. Everybody have to go to their own way. Let them surrender. Let everybody go to their own way. If they did not surrender, they will do what? They will raise their hand up. If they did not surrender, then they continue to face the music. Now look at now, Nigeria has become a laughing object in the whole world. Nigeria is becoming a thing. I cannot go out now and say I'm a Nigerian. If you take the Nigerian passport now to travel, even if I don't foul will see say this is Nigerian passport. The foul will stand and examine you. The foul will stand and check you, search you, whom you are. At first you hold Nigerian passport, but the foul is supposed to you to run away. But the minute you see foul holding Nigerian passport, foul will turn like this and start taking X-ray to X-ray you to know what is in you. Not so. It's supposed to be so. It's supposed to be so. It's not supposed to be so. So I am saying, Sunday Igboho, stand where you are. Nnamdi Kanu, stand where you are. None of you should accept their offer. Because they try to offer them now oil block. Offer them money. Giving them promises that 2,200 will be their own turn for presidency. Because that's what they normally take to hold the certain leaders. Give them money, then promise them presidency. they will save themselves and save their people.
Okay.
So Nnamdi Kanu son Igboho do not accept any offer from federal government than Oduduwa Republic, than Biafra Republic. That's the only thing.
Thank you very much, sir.
Omo Biafra, ona ha kwanora, onye ndụ kpọgbu deche ndeche mgbe niile, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, ara ha kwanora, ekwekwe ka ndị Romeri, don't compromise, don't compromise. Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, God will save you, God will deliver you, bring you out from the hand of your enemies, from the hand of those that kept us. Victory is for you, victory is for Biafra, victory is for Oduduwa, victory is for good, loving people of truth, victory is for us, victory is for our viewers. Thank God Almighty, I bless His name, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Amen. Thank you very much. Information: the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, says pump price of petrol in Nigeria may rise up to as much as 1,000 naira per liter when the petrol subsidy regime comes to an end. Without an alternative energy source. DPR Director Saraki Awalu told newsmen in Lagos that Nigeria was spending so much on petrol subsidy. He, however, said when the alternative energy or auto-gas policy becomes fully operational, Nigeria will be spending $400 to convert one vehicle from running on petrol or diesel to running on either liquefied natural gas or compressed natural gas. Okay, don't forget our GoFundMe account. It's on the comment section. Please do well to donate to this wonderful TV station as we upgrade our facilities and also our equipment. I have a Mr. Okay. Okay, just try as much as you can. Go to the comment section. You will see the pinned tweet by Flip TV. There's a GoFundMe account there. Try as much as you can to contribute your widow's mite to that account. Just remember, there will be an expected 1,000 naira per liter in Nigeria as we are looking forward to this government removing the petrol subsidy. We are expecting that 1,000 naira will be used to buy a liter of petrol. I have Mr. This guy in Benin.
Okay. Okay.
Let's talk about Sunday Igboho. What do you expect from the Sunday Igboho saga?
Okay, the saga yesterday about Igboho'S arrest. I told you, could you remember? I said Benin Republic may not easily extradite him, to Nigeria because they should follow the normal process. The reason why I said that was that because Igboho did not do anything wrong. The guy was fighting or is fighting now for self-determination. It's everybody's right. It's every individual right in Nigeria, every region's right. Do you understand? Because the marriage started 1914. As I always stated it, I have always been stating this. Since 1914, amalgamation of North and Southern Nigeria. If North doesn't want, they should have gone. As South is not okay with North, they should go their own way. So Igboho, the former chief of army staff, Buratai, I'm talking to the whole world now. The man that maimed and killed Igbos, maimed and killed Yorubas, killed everybody as the chief of army staff. This government made him an ambassador to the Republic of Benin. Buratai gave order. They tie Igboho as if Igboho is an animal. They chain his hand, chain his leg. It was during consultation and confrontations, international calls. That's why they released those chains and let just to stay like human. Now, highest sin is just an handcuff, but they don't supposed to chain him. They are not supposed to handcuff him. He's not a criminal. Buratai is a criminal. Buratai killed and maimed. ICC, they are looking for him.
They're looking for him.
Yes, Buratai is wanted by ICC. But you go and answer to what he did at Afaruku community in Abia State when he killed and maimed at Nnamdi Kanu's compound. Operation Python Dance. He killed many Igbo youths, innocent Igbo youths. Over 50 of them were killed by the so-called ambassador. Benin Republic, the right thing you should do now is to extradite, handcuff Buratai, handcuff him, extradite him to Nigeria.
Are you not calling for war?
No, I'm not calling for war. They should handcuff him. He's a criminal. Yes, he's a criminal. Brutai is a criminal. Brutai killed. ECOWAS court should try him. We have ECOWAS court in West Africa here.
The court tries him.
No, listen. Brutai committed an offense. They are letting him out the folk because they are Nigerian. This is Nigerian government which he partakes. Brutai is part of this system. That you can cuff Brutai and extradite him to Federal Republic of Nigeria here. He should be tried, not Igboho. Brutai is a criminal. Nigerian ambassador to the Republic of Benin. I'm talking to you, Yoruba nations. Have you forgotten in the haste that the ambassador to Benin Republic, where Igboho is being held now, is a criminal? You are discussing.
No court has indicted.
No. ECOWAS courts, ICC, Nigerian courts, they are all deviating from doing the needful. Nigerian courts, they deviate. Brutai is a criminal. Nigerian courts should ask for his extradition. Attorney General of Federation, a criminal, he should ask for his Brutai's extradition. They should extradite Brutai for trial, not Sunday Igboho. Brutai is the one that should be chained like an animal, not Igboho, not Nnamdi Kanu. Brutai is a criminal. Okay, let me tell you. By the time this administration finishes, the whole world will know the beast called Buhari. The whole world will know the beast called Buratai. The whole world will know the beast called Lai Mohammed. The whole world will know the beast called the current chief of army staff. They are all criminals, not Igboho. Buratai that killed a man is chaining Igboho at Cotonou airport. Let me tell you, I told you guys yesterday that Benin Republic, Cotonou and Yoruba nation, they are one. Before Igboho should come here, they should screen him. They should follow due process to know who is a criminal. If Buratai is a criminal, they should extradite Buratai. If Babangida is a criminal, they should ask ICC, they should ask ECOWAS court, ECOWAS, to do something about Buratai and Buhari. Why are you arresting somebody that is exercising his fundamental rights? Civility. Okay? This is an account of barbarism. Barbarity to have changed somebody that has not committed any crime. They should all account for this. It's an act of barbarism. It's an act of uncivilization. Are you listening to me? To chain down an activist who has not done anything wrong. Okay, if they want to try what happened in Kenya, let them try it. Okay, let them. I'm not into Nigeria now. But Benin Republic law is working there. They are following their law. They are following international law. So I tell you, final word, so that we conclude everything. Igboho, if extradited, should be according to international law. When you arrest a criminal, someone anyway, everybody is negating about that accusation. It's all about negativity. It is negative. I don't see it as a positive thinking. You know, it negates justice. It negates peace. It negates, you know, the true law. What the true law should be, it negates it. This guy should not be extradited like that because he's not a criminal. So, but what happened? Come what may, Igboho, if brought to Nigeria, justice should be for him. Justice is going to take its course against Buhari junta. Buhari-led junta should be against Buhari-led junta. Buhari's administration is a junta. Buhari administration is tyrannical system of government. Buratai should be extradited, not Igboho. And they should try Buratai for violating Sunday Igboho's right. Why should they chain him like an animal? Buratai himself is an animal, a killer, a beast, a murderer, a kidnapper who killed Igboho'S.
Raphael, thank you very much for your...
Man, Buratai, fuck you!
Okay, we are moving towards the end of... we will try as much as we can to stop some of these responses. But however, the opinions of people do not represent the position of Flip TV on this platform. And remember, we have a GoFundMe account so that we can give you more coverage and also update our equipment and facilities. You can do well to contribute. The link is on the comment section. Contribute your widow's mite and it will be well appreciated. I'm Christian Chuko on this edition of Bystander Newsstands. A big thank you to the man behind the camera. Although not feeling fine, he has also been here, standing here. I wish him quick recovery of what he's going through. Okay, bye for now till tomorrow as we do Bystanders once again tomorrow. Thank you.